rather late just to see if there's any other possibility.
Yeah, but he looks way offside there. And also, those opportunities as well, whether it's an offside or not, you get into those areas, you need to take responsibility. It's in your right foot. Make sure that at least try and hit the target. Don't look for somebody else to pass, because then you don't want to regret. Then you find out that the flag was never raised.
Mabocha. Kili, good interception, but Tsepo Gumede gets there. Now Musonda to Mayele. Mayele on the chase, and Kili with the cover. Mayele, that's a good tackle, but it's going to be a goal for Mayele. Young Africans have another one, and a 3-goal lead. It was a mistake by Anyanda Nkili, which Mayele has punished. And the crowd here go wild. Young Africans extend their aggregate lead and now surely have 1 foot in the final of the African Confederation Cup.
And you look at how this goal came about from a mistake, trying to play out there, and then they got dispossessed, but this man has been a thorn into Marino Gallants' defense. Yes, he still had a lot to do, but look at that touch that he puts inside the box. He forces himself there. Arubi there couldn't make enough of that, but he finishes, continues again to be one of those strikers that actually is a problem to defend.
Well choreographed from the training ground, but ecstasy for Young Africans is deep disappointment for Marino Gallants. The task now is very simple for the hosts from South Africa. They must score 4 times if they are to turn this around. They've had chances, it must be said, chances now that they are certainly going to regret. Could this amazing run for a team in deep relegation trouble be coming to an end here tonight at the Royal Bafokeng Sports Palace?
And also it will be a question of character as well, to see if they are able to fight back, because that's the fight that you're also going to need over the weekend. So this will be one of the good tests as well, as to are you able to fight back and try and at least get the results that you want, so that when you come out of the game you say, I did my best.
Let's just have a look at it again. He keeps out of play now. Aucho, well, that is a little bit over the top. Maybe let's take that. I'm going to take that back and say that maybe yellow was deserved.
It was deserved because Otledi says off the pitch.
And Velasi with the throw-in. Mudafa with the clearance. Gumede gets away with one there. Now here they come. Chivavairo's in there, pushing and shoving across the face of goal. And it is going to be a free kick against Chivavairo. Well, they realize what they need to do, Gallants, and they are certainly taking the fight to Yanga. This is going to be a very interesting last 35 minutes or so of this game.
It should be playing like that. I mean, you're already, chasing so many goals, so play with a lot of positivity, and that's what you want to see from Chivavairo. Big ball, use your body ball. There with Kopeng trying to be combining there in that edge of the box.
We saw the reason for the free kick, that little push on Baka. Now, neatly done by Nkili. Play on here, says the referee. Ngema sizing up his options. Mohomi to Mvelasi. Still 1-0 to Yanga here, 3-0 on aggregates, and possession is lost by Gallants. Play on for Musonda, the Zambian, up against Nkili. Musonda, can he finish it? No, he doesn't. He puts that over the top. There will be those chances, Teko, as Gallants push forward.
Yeah, there will be those chances, because now you're creating enough, so much space at the back, because you want to chase the game. But also that's the gamble that you want to take as well. Make sure that on the other end as well, when you do get your chance to try and hit the target there, But Musonda, that's a poor finish. He wanted to use so much power behind the ball. On that angle, you just need to curl the ball to the far post.
And all the time, the minutes tick away. And young Africans edge closer to a place in the final, emulate the achievement of Simba, who 30 years ago now got to the final of the old CAF Cup. Second Tanzanian side into a continental final if they can hold out here. Otladisa, back post and coup, surely! Offside Chivaviral. He did look offside as well, it must be said.
He did look offside, but will that be able to be reviewed? Because since there is a VAR.
There is VAR here. And he did suggest to the official, have a look at that again. Well, this will tell us. Yeah, he's way offside, isn't he?
Way offside.
Have a look at the TV ref. Ref says, I'm listening, the VAR will tell me. We have a little hold up here. I don't know why they need to look at it again. That was pretty clear on that replay.
Yeah.
Get on with the game now. Still a hold up for a VAR check. Now it's confirmed, the offside, and young Africans to get the ball in play. So finally they find the back of the net, but still no goals for Marino Gallants here at home against young Africans of Tanzania. The only Tanzanian side to ever win on South African soil was Azam. They beat Bidvest Wits in 2016 in the Confeds Cup. It's turned out the reserves for that particular match and got beaten 3-0. Now Gumede. Is there a handball in there? Crowd seeming to suggest. No appeals on the pitch. Mohomi to Gumede. Only the goalkeeper and Nkili up in their own half for Gallants at the moment. Koapeng, nice turn, out wide here to Mbalasi, back to Koapeng. Good interception from Aucho, who's had a real man of the match performance in this game. Here's Ngema. Still Ngema. This is Mohomi, little chip over the top looking for Koapeng. Good strong header away from the skipper, Mwamnyeto. Mohomi, Nku looking for the return pass. Mudathir with the interception. Yanga on the counter. Nkili stands his ground. They'll be getting tired now, these young African players, but so will Gallants with all this possession. Otladisa, that's disappointing.
And you'd want Otladisa on the right-hand side to use his skill. We saw with the goal that was disallowed as well, he used his skill to dribble past the opponents and be able to bring the cross in. That was brought in, that resulted into that. But you want him to be more involved in 1v1 situations.
Younger just looking to slow the game down now, break up the rhythm a little bit with 30 minutes to go. Half an hour away from a momentous breakthrough for football in East Africa and for the Tanzanians in particular. There's not been too many East African sides in the final of a African club competition. You think of Gor Mahia of Kenya, who lost to Motema Pembe in the Old Cup Winners' Cup. And Simba, as we've mentioned previously. There's Nakibubo Villa of Uganda, who lost to Club Africain in the Champions Cup in late 80s. In from Nku. Good turn for Mayela. Now he's taking on Gumede for pace. He's got some pace about him as well. Is he going to finish it? It's all over. Musonda sticks it away. That was wonderful pace by the big striker. It's all over now. Young Africans double the aggregate lead on the night.
Look at the confidence of Mayela there. looking at the space behind Tepo Gumede, just put the ball there and took Tepo Gumede for pace, and unselfishly as well, get inside the box, be able to set that man there to be able to score that goal. Wow.
Well, Teko was talking at half-time about the fact that this Mayele will be heading possibly to one of the big South African clubs. I tell you, if that's an audition, have a look at this. From just pure pace, Teko, if the checkbooks aren't out in the next 48 hours.
I don't know then. Look at that, you see the space, it takes Tepo Gumede for pace, he gets inside the box, unselfishly finds Musona inside there. I mean, this is a man that is high on confidence, makes those runs, mobility, big boy. I am telling you, the checks now.
Yeah, absolutely. From inside his own half as well.
Yeah.
So, Young Africans with a second goal are 4-0 ahead on the night, and so much closer now. Alcho comes off, and they make their first change of the game.